Alright everyone, looks like we are on the draw here in our third match in this league. This hand certainly doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Can fetch a swamp, Thoughtseize on 1. Then go ahead and Discovery on turn 2. Okay, opponent goes to 5. Keeps it 5, alright. Stomping Ground, ooh. Is this? Okay. This could be Dredge. Yes, it is Dredge. Okay. So, unsurprisingly, our hand is suddenly not quite as good. So this doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot, so I guess, unfortunately, they have the redundancy on the Cathartic Reunion. However, they don't have an additional land, so it almost feels like there's some world in which we get there, although they can, of course, start dredging the Thug. Shriekhorn, okay. Ooh, a Duress. So I guess we will have a small change of heart here. Take our opponent's other Cathartic Reunion, leave them with the Creeping Chill in hand, and I think we'll just go ahead and play the Fountain tapped. Or the Grave, rather. Don't know enough about Dredge to speak as to why they didn't, Alright, they got a Creeping Chill. That card is messed up. Big push. Okay, not super great here. Let's, start to get a clock on our opponent, I suppose. It looks like they got the Golgari Thug back for themselves. Still haven't hit a second land, though. I guess that's an argument for not dredging the Thug. They're looking for a land. Ooh. Alright, let's go ahead, attack with these two. I think we'll cast Discovery. Or do we need to flash back? So my thought process is that so far we're getting lucky. So yeah, we'll put both of those into the graveyard. Actually, you know what? We're kind of close to just casting that Obzedat. Is it too late to go back? I guess it is. Okay. So I think I'm gonna pay the 2 life here. Flash back the Lingering Souls just to keep the pressure on. Okay, so they found a life from the loam. It's gonna fix our opponent's mana problem as soon as they find another land, of course. Yeah, I wish we would have kept the Obzedat, I guess. we'll just play this out. Play a Jace and pass back. So when our opponent eventually does something, aka gets their next land, they're going to get their Bloodghast back, get their prized Amalgam back. Our opponent is not having a lot of luck here with that. So let's go ahead and bin the Darkslick Shores. I'm going to get this Duress back. Or do we want to get the Discovery Dispersal? Discovery Dispersal it is here. So we'll go ahead and cast that. We'll put both of those into the graveyard. Sweet. There's a Goryo's Vengeance. Grab the Obzedat. Almost missed a missed an attack step there. Okay, put this on the stack first. Yes. So it looks like we stole this one. Got pretty lucky there. I'm gonna need these. We're bringing the Disenchant just because our opponent's deck does some weird things here. Griselbrand. Let's see, I think Elesh, maybe we'll cut the Griselbrand. Cut a Gifts, cut the Griselbrand. I think I like the one negate. Fatal Push isn't so great here. So we'll get rid of a couple of those. The turn 1 discard is good, but maybe we can cut the Thoughtseizes. Because I don't want to dilute our game plan too much here. Maybe gaining 7 off of Griselbrand is just... Gaining 7 off of Griselbrand might be better than having one of these other pieces of interaction in here. Collective Brutality doesn't really kill any of their creatures, but it dumps our fatties into the yard. Is there anything that Duress gets? Inquisition doesn't. Don't really think so. Alright. And of course, Griselbrand is only 8 mana away, so... Okay, so this hand only has 1 land. No, so we'll mulligan this. I don't think Obzedat on its own is good enough here. Opponent's kept 7, I guess, huh? Trying to delay line. There we go. This hand isn't great, but I think we gotta go for it. Might just have a way to immediately kill this, I don't know. Faithless Looting. So they're basically just looking for Ray of Revelation, I guess, here. Or Nature's Claim, whatever the card is that they play here that takes care of this ley line. So hopefully it buys us a little bit of time. Okay. feeling all right about this so far, but it's quite possible that it can turn for the worst at any second. Like I said, we got really lucky on that game 1. Disenchant Shriekhorn? I don't think so. If they do something to try and answer our ley line, I'll probably hit the Shriekhorn. Wow. Hard cast Amalgam, yep. Okay, so we really need some lands here. Opponent's starting to churn through a good bit of their deck. Hard cast Narcomoeba, okay. So I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. Alright, so there's the Goryo's Vengeance, so worst case scenario, we discard to hand size here in a couple more turns. This is kind of a messed up game so far. Stinkweed Imp. So again, just going to hold the ley line off. This is not very good. But at the end of next turn, we'll be able to discard a card here. That card, of course, will be Obzedat. Alright, so is there any merit to pathing this now? No, because we want to get our Obzedat into the graveyard. Clean up. So we're going to pitch this guy. Stinkweed Imps are annoying. So here's what we'll do. Go ahead and choose this. Get this guy back. Always yield to that. Put target creature. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Oh, does that not? At the beginning of your end step. That's bad. Okay. That sucks. That's a huge punt. Oh, man. Okay. So we played that a little wrong. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It doesn't happen on our opponent's end step. I'm sure some of you were shrieking at your monitors there, saying, "What is this? What is this idiot doing?" I'm not going to cast anything, so we're going to throw this Griselbrand away. Alright, so we'll bin the Griselbrand so that at least we have another target here. And then next turn we can play this Marsh Flats and start trying to do something from there. Oh man, sorry about that. That was lame. That was lame. We could have been in a really good position. Because this is not going to save us forever here. Our opponent will get something online and they will start giving us some problems. And so we'll go to the opponent's end step, and we will hit them with this Path to Exile on their Imp. So we can start paving the way for this Griselbrand when we either get to Unburial Rites mana, or even if we just get another Goryo's Vengeance. Okay, so put that into play. We'll snap Path the Stinkweed Imp on our opponent's end step. Assassin's Trophy. So we'll get that out of there. Yep. Let's see what land we want. I guess Swamp. So opponent doesn't have too many more cards in their hand right now, so unfortunately we'll take a little more damage here. Oh boy. Change their mind. Life from the Loam. Alright. So we do have to be careful here of Alright, so do we want to, since they have the Dredger, I think I'm going to go for the ley line. And then we'll do the Unburial Rites next turn. Unburial Rites, get our Griselbrand back. So our opponent can dredge if they wish. But it won't do them too much good. Stain the Mind. Okay. They named Goryo's Vengeance. Alright, sure. Good thing we have an Unburial Rites in hand. Wow, this is crazy, especially for 5 mana or Convoke. Okay, I guess they can use their creatures to help them get it out earlier, but jeez. Alright, so Griselbrand isn't the be-all end-all. So our opponent can also play Assassin's Trophy. But let's go ahead and Unburial Rites. Unburial Rites this guy. Play a Flooded Strand, then pass the turn. If our opponent can answer our Griselbrand, we're obviously in a little bit of a pickle. But we do have an Unburial Rites in the yard, so we can get another. We can Gifts. Stain the Mind again. Oh my goodness. What did they name this time? I guess they saw our whole deck, so. Unburial Rites. Okay. Well, that gets it out of our graveyard. This Snapcaster is going to get to it's going to get to do some work here. I'll keep that there just in case we need to enable. Alright, perfect. Sometimes it just works out, I guess. So hopefully a Griselbrand will be enough to finish the game here. Ooh, careful. So I'm going to use this first Griselbrand hit, I think, just kind of as a buffer. Just in case our opponent is able to do something crazy. And, I mean, we have enough mana, we can just like cast an Elesh Norn. But if they're going to remove our Griselbrand, I'll definitely draw. Cathartic Reunion? Sure. Man, this is a tense game. Find the Assassin's Trophy. Conflagrate for 1 on the Snapcaster. Okay. Alright. Okay, the Griselbrand. And play a Jace, just for the sake of having a Jace, I guess. Nature's Claim. So what can our opponent do here? Did we bring the negate into our deck? I did. Alright, so I'm gonna draw. Okay, there it is. Wow, that felt good. That's oh my. Wow. So that was a quite the kerfuffle of a Dredge match there. So we lost horribly to Dredge in the first league we played. And in that one I'm not sure what happened, but that was a weird game there, courtesy of Leyline of the Void. And this illustrates the reason why I don't like playing these style of decks, even though their power level is completely off the chart. I hate losing to just having hate cards that basically just say, yeah, your deck doesn't work now, and until you can deal with this, like, yeah, I know, you bring in plenty of stuff to beat the hate or whatever, but, and that's probably my biggest complaint about playing this deck so far, is just how vulnerable, like, the graveyard is, and there's so many hate cards that have been printed, you know, like, really good, really powerful hate cards, and are, you know, having something surgical extraction out from under you, you know, is just really feels bad, especially when you know for a fact, like, your deck just stops functioning after that happens. So that's why, well, that's the name of the channel here, Control Freak. You know, I always like to have outs to what my opponent's doing, even if that means we have to push a little harder to get our wins. I don't like to be at the mercy of my opponent's game plan and just hoping, you know, that mine will be either faster or more consistent than theirs. That's not where I like to be when I play Magic. Although maybe I should try it sometime. I mean, this feels like dipping a toe into that area of the spectrum there. But yeah, that felt like a really good win and a really, I guess, clumsy kind of game there. But I like this deck. It's now that I'm playing some more games that kind of getting the hang of it, think a little bit, and we'll see how the rest of the league goes. All right, catch you in game 4.